And welcome back to another edition of Completely Unoriginal right here at DakotaBroadcasting.com. I am Adam St. Paul along with Kurt Campbell and Tony Zur.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
I've had a good week so far, so I'm doing all right.
Excellent. Well, I don't think there's anything really breaking right now. I understand that a lot of folks really enjoyed our conversation about the Alien franchise.
I hope so.
Last week, so we appreciate that. And this week we're going to stick with another big budget, big franchise that I think people are excited for, and that is the Star Wars.
What's the Star Wars?
The Star Wars? What is it, Tony?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's like George Roddenberry created that, right?
Yeah, it's about Kirk and Skywalker and Spock and Han Solo. We just made so many people mad.
Actually, on a digression here, when I was growing up, I was into Pokemon, and my mother and my sister didn't get it, and they couldn't quite grasp the concept of it or everything. But when I would ask for Pokemon for Christmas or my birthday or something like that, they would get so mad. I would get so angry when they would call it Pokemon. Oh. And to this day, I will correct anyone. And
I figured
they
gave you Digimon and really made you mad.
No. Digimon was just okay.
Well, it's the same like my dad used to call Super Mario. He used to call it Super Mario Bros.
Oh, yeah.
Or Star Trek. That's one that used to bug me before I grew up.
The Mario one, yeah, that ticks me off too.
Yeah.
For sure. So anyway, I think... the big thing about, or at least the big rumor coming out now, and Tony, maybe you can elaborate a little further on it, is that Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin Skywalker in the prequels and was the one in the Darth Vader costume by the end of it and everything like that, may appear in the upcoming Force Awakens film. What do you know about this story?
Actually, I believe that he's slated to go into Episode 8.
What? That's news to me.
I don't think it's 7 that he's supposed to be in. I think it's supposed to be 8 that he's rumored to be making an appearance in.
Okay, gotcha. Either way, that's still. I guess my first question is why.
You know what? I wish we could had the ability to insert Luke's "no" from the end
George
of
Lucas,
Empire Strikes Back.
That George Lucas inserted then took out again.
And then right after
impossible.
that, you can have Darth Vader screaming, "No!"
Yeah, either one of those would be appropriate because that's my sentiment.
My thing is whoever is directing. I can't remember exactly who's directing it right now. Number 8. It's on the tip of my tongue. But if it's true, this guy, first of all, the director must really, really, really have some cajones. You know what I'm saying? He really must have something there because it better be spectacular. And Hayden Christensen is honestly one of the. If you would have asked me 10 years ago, which and I'm sorry to say this, which celebrity is most likely to off themselves in the next 10 years, I would have said him because of how universally hated he was.
Mannequin Skywalker.
Ryan Johnson, Rian Johnson.
Okay.
And he is also writing the screenplay, and George Lucas has a writing credit, but it's only characters. So.
Yeah, well,
created by. He's a Looper director?
Yeah, I believe so.
Looper is pretty good.
No, Looper was... wait a minute. Oh, Looper. No,
you're thinking Jumper.
Yes, I was thinking Jumper.
No, Looper. Jumper bad. Looper, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Bruce Willis, good.
Looper's okay, and he directed that one. So,
yeah, and I mean, if he has something there, I bet you it's going to be spectacular. And Hayden Christensen, that this would be a really good time for him to say, I might be able to save this still.
Well, there's a couple of things. First off, depending on how you felt about Looper, it is a time travel movie, and probably the only way that you're going to get Hayden Christensen back is time travel, so perhaps Rian Johnson wants to go with a time travel plot in the film.
The way that Lucas retconned him into Jedi, with the ghostly version of him, he could appear as a ghost just the way I'm sure that maybe if Obi-Wan is there, they'll either do it digitally and have someone do an impersonation of Sir Alec Guinness, or, they'll get Ewan McGregor to reprise his character as the ghost of Obi-Wan. I don't know how they're going to handle it. And again, this is all just open speculation, isn't it? There's no actual hard
it's
evidence?
Not in stone. It
Okay.
is not in stone.
Because his acting is so bad. That's why they called him Mannequin Skywalker.
But that's the thing, though.
So bad.
And that was the other point I wanted to get out, of course, about the time travel. Second was Hayden Christensen is not a bad actor in other films.
Really?
Life is a House, he is not bad.
Life is a House was great. That was a great movie.
And he was in other things as well. He was in, believe it or not, he was in Goosebumps when he was a kid, so that's kind of cool. But that's besides the point. No, he is not a bad actor. And
if he's got a good director, maybe.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at here is that I think the most of all of the blame of the prequels has to go on the shoulders of George Lucas.
Yeah,
that's
it does.
All there is to it.
It does.
I honestly think that Hayden Christensen, first of all, I don't think it's going to be a time travel thing at all. It's going to be Jedi magic. It's either going to be a ghost or they resurrect him because I think I read something somewhere when I was reading about it that this new Sith, the dude with the cross lightsaber.
Oh, I love
the
that.
helm.
I love that.
Or the hilt.
I love it.
Adam Driver, his character is supposedly obsessed with Darth Vader. So you know that there could be some sort of a story arc going on where he resurrects him or something like that, or even tries to clone him in some sort of way. But I mean, I just think that any way that Hayden Christensen comes back, as long as there's a good director, and as long as the Looper director stays as good as the Looper director, then I think that we have a really good shot of seeing him have some redemption.
Well, I really hope he can redeem himself.
Why is it, though, that Disney would allow Rian Johnson to take this kind of risk? They are doing everything they can in their power to separate this upcoming The Force Awakens with the prequel films. And there is no denying that. They're doing everything they can to make sure that this is not George Lucas, this is a completely new thing and everything. So why would you muddle the waters, and why would you just even allow there's good ideas, and then there's ideas that maybe seem good, and this just seems to me like you're poking the bear of that is the collective internet nerd, and you are it's the classic. You're playing with fire, and you could get burned.
You could, but here's the thing, and this is my theory. Kids, and I think we may have discussed this in the past, but kids who grew up with the prequels first, liking them, don't have an issue with them as much as people of our generation who grew up with the original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6. And for continuity, for those kids who saw the originals, they're going to want to see Anakin, if indeed he is in there. They want to see the guy who played Anakin. They don't want to see somebody replace him. So I can kind of see it from that point of view. I don't like it if it happens. I'm not saying I support it, but I'm saying I can see kind of why, for continuity's sake and for canon's sake, they might want to keep it like that.
Well, here's the deal, boys. Okay, this might be really hard for some of us, in your guys' little room as well as in mine, and the outside world listening. It might be a little hard to deal with, but guess what? The prequels happened. They happened, and they are now a part of that world.
Mm-hmm.
It forever sealed it when they re-released the old ones, and they put Hayden Christensen in at the end of Jedi.
Tony's right.
I hate it.
We talked last week about how I forget. With Alien, how now with the new season, the new movies, they're going to retcon number 3 and Resurrection just out.
That's fine.
And they can do that. That's not possible anymore now that you've put Hayden Christensen in cellophane at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, and at the end at the end, is it Ewan McGregor as the spirit at the end of Jedi? I can't remember.
No, it's not.
No, it is Alec Guinness.
No,
okay.
It's the only one they changed which is baffling why.
Yeah, why? But
especially since Luke never knew him as...
It's not baffling because Alec Guinness was that age when he died.
Fair enough, yeah. All right.
And
Hayden Christensen was that age when he died.
That's true. His
son was a grown man.
Or maybe that's when he stopped being Anakin and became Vader.
I guess, but also
I can see why they did it that way.
When he turned to the dark side.
Also, Luke never knew Anakin as Hayden, as the character Hayden, as the actor Hayden Christensen. So, if anything, Luke should be saying, "Who's that guy?"
Oh, that's how Dad used to look. I see.
Right now, we're trying to sit here and we're trying to justify something that George Lucas did.
This is one of the nerdiest conversations I have ever had in my life.
Anyway, continue, Tony. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
But anyways, I'm just saying that all that stuff happened. He's in Jedi now. So guess what? We have to push forward. The guy's still alive. He is not a terrible actor. If he's got a great director under him, I have no reason to believe that he won't knock it out of the park. There's about 5% of me that's like, man, you better, it goes back to the prequels. But the other 95% of me is like, this guy has had so long and so much ridicule and so much everything against him with those films that, and how many actors would have the opportunity to come back and have some redemption like that?
Yeah, almost
Nobody.
none. Almost none. Yeah.
I want to go back. I want to go back to something Kurt said, and that is maybe the thought process behind it is, you're throwing in Hayden Christensen somehow, whether it be shoehorned or naturally, because people of a younger generation grew up with the prequels first, and then maybe watched the other films and everything like that. Then, Kurt, to me, if that is true, I got to be critical of Disney and of Rian Johnson or whoever is writing this, because that means then they're simply pandering and they're simply catering to their younger audience in the hopes of catching, bringing them back to the theater because, hey, I recognize that.
Do you realize? Okay, your theory of what you just said makes a lot of sense. However, keep in mind this is the Walt Disney Company. They are all about making money and milking franchises and pandering to the fans.
Well, then I just say I disagree. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I understand.
And I don't know it is going to happen. We're just wildly speculating here because it's fun to do.
And here's the thing, guys. I mean, come down to it, brass tacks. Who would you rather have show up in a future Star Wars movie? Hayden Christensen's Anakin Skywalker or Jar Jar Binks?
Oh, Hayden.
Well, I knew that was.
I'm just saying, Disney could have thrown a curveball at us and tossed in the Jar Jar there too. So we should be thanking our lucky stars right now.
I think even the kids who grew up with that don't like Jar Jar. I don't think he's beloved by anyone.
Even though,
if anything, they need to scream him in there, and they need to kill him off in the first 5 minutes.
Misa, and it's over.
The head blown off by somebody.
Yes.
We gotta cut this conversation off early, unfortunately, because we're up against another meeting. So that's gonna do it for us this week on Completely Unoriginal. Tony, thank you so much, and for Kurt Campbell as well. I'm Adam St. Paul. Until the next time.